My name is Jeff Bold. I'm a co-owner, co-founder of the brew house here. And J&B came about because I was previously bartending for a previous owner in the building. And one night they offered me an option to purchase the place. And I didn't have to think twice about it. I immediately said yes. Yes, we just wanted a place that felt inclusive for the community and for outsiders alike. We wanted to make it family friendly, and we just wanted to provide really good food and beer in a small community like this. My partner Scott and I are two of the co-owners, and it is true, owning a restaurant brewery requires a lot of jobs, a lot of tasks. My main focus is to produce really good beer. But at the same time, I'm willing to take out the trash or sweep the floor, whatever needs to be done. Fill in on shifts as far as serving, bartending, you name it.
Some of the roles that I'm doing in the brew house include all the HR and scheduling, payroll, and administrative tasks. Also marketing and supporting staff that need support.
I believe what differentiates us from other brew houses is, one, our size. So it's more of a community feel. We're not trying to overproduce and make our beer more standard and generic. We have the ability to be creative with what we want to do, and it just feels good in here.
A lot of breweries in New Mexico don't have the luxury of having some hot springs nearby, and you can come with soap and then get some beer pizza, or get some beer pizza and then go soap.
It starts here, brew kettle, fill it up, boil the water. Water goes over to what's called a mash tun, nice hot steaming water. This opens up on top, all the grain gets poured into that. So it's basically making almost like a grain tea. The hot water is extracting the sugar from the grain. So it steeps like a tea. And once it's done steeping and transferring, it goes back over to the brew kettle, comes to a full boil again, and then you add your flavorings, your hops, or whatever else you're going to put in your beer. Boils, then from there, it comes, now it's boiling hot, but it's got to be cold to ferment. So now it's coming from this fancy guy called a heat exchanger. So hot beer is coming in, wort at that point, it's just sugar water, and cold is coming out the other side. Meanwhile, cold water is going in, hot water is coming out to the hot liquor tank, and the whole thing is being chilled by a glycol chiller, like an antifreeze for your car. And so boiling 200-degree wort is going in, and theoretically 60, 70-degree liquid is coming out, and then it finally makes it into here. This is a fermentation vessel. So once it's to the right temperature and it's all transferred, then you open up the top of this guy and you fill your yeast in. And then the yeast starts to eat the sugar and convert the sugar to alcohol. And so that's why it's bubbling over here, because it's producing CO2 as a byproduct. I'm taking scientific gravity readings of it every day, monitoring the alcohol content. When it gets to the point where I'm happy, then the final stage is it gets transferred into here. And this is a custom-built cold room. And all these are called bright tanks. Traditionally, that was the final step, is you let the beer sit and settle. We took it one step further. We do that, and we ran the beer lines all the way down to the walk-in. So when you order one of my beers, and you pour it off, it's coming directly from one of these tanks. So it's as fresh as it gets. There's no oxygen, it's the process of putting it in the keg, you're gonna get a little bit of oxygen in there. It's gonna start to degrade the beer a lot faster. Here it is fresh, preserved, cold, and ready to serve. Some of the challenges in the early days was definitely figuring out and mitigating our wastewater from our brew system. We also had huge temperature fluctuations in the brew room, and that was mitigated through the mini split, through the grant from the RDC. And I'd say the final challenge is just maintaining enough staff in a town of 200 people. If we've had the occasional person lock themselves in the bathroom.
I have some advice for entrepreneurs. Our other partner, Jeff's son, Evan, helped us make a great plan.
and we've got a good 5-year plan that we've been working from because they make a good product. Follow the plan, follow the plan.
Our business today, we just hit our 4-year anniversary about a week and a half ago, and things are just looking up. We are preparing to sign a new lease with the village, committing to another 5 years, and feel like we're just growing by the day. So the impact from the RDC definitely allowed increased capacity and production in the brew house. Some of the funding was used for climate control. Some of the funding was used for a beer pump, which are not cheap by any means. It also allowed us to put security cameras throughout the building, as we had a few challenges in the early days. But with all and equipment, it also provided for purchase of equipment, which then allowed us to create more jobs, basically. The reason why we could afford to hire Ryan as an assistant was we finally hit the capacity that we were seeking.
Jemez Mountain Brewhouse.
And this is the RDC.